Do you as an entrepreneur or just as a person walk your talk? Are you looking for ways to double check that? Stay tuned and find some.
Welcome.
Okay, here's the question.
Serious?
How are we dark horses? You know, the ones everyone is betting against, the ones they don't expect to win, place, or even show on the track, and they'll even laugh on us when we talk about trying. How do we show the world our greatness and triumph?
Come on.
Well, that's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers.
Let's go.
This is The Dark Horse Entrepreneur. My name is Tracy Brinkman.
And push it out.
What is up? What is up, my Dark Horse friends and family? Welcome back to your ongoing dose of walking the talk, learning. I'm your Dark Horse host, Tracy Brinkman. And you, well, that, my friends, is infinitely more important. You are a driven entrepreneur or one in the making. Either way, you're here because you're ready to start, restart, kickstart, or just start leveling up with some great marketing, personal, or business tips and results in order to build that beautiful business of yours into the empire it absolutely deserves to be. That's why I'm here hitting you with yet another solo success episode coming to you straight from the Dark Horse HQ as we dive deep into success with actionable advice, tips, and steps designed to help you level up your game, your personal game, your mindset game, your spiritual game, and of course your entrepreneurial game, because we already know there are no shortcuts to success except for taking those little steps towards your goal every single day. Now, this one might be a shorter solo episode, but that's okay, right? It doesn't matter how long the episode is, Tracy, as long as you're dropping the value. Now, if you are getting that value, and I hope you are, hopefully you're nodding your head out there, from these interview episodes as well as these solo success episodes I'm bringing you, the way you can tell those podcast platforms out there that you are getting that value is by hitting that subscribe button. And while you're down there, right, go ahead and drop a 5-star rating. Leave us some kind words in the reviews. Hey, make some suggestions. Hey, do you know someone you think we should interview? Maybe it's you, right? Ask a question. I read all the reviews and I'm happy to answer questions as well. Here's the thing. It's the subscribes, ratings, and reviews are your way of telling those podcast platforms that you are getting that value. And when you do that, when you tell those podcast platforms, they give us a little bit of lift in the rankings so that we can reach more driven entrepreneurs just like you. So please take a moment and show the love. I appreciate you. So in our last episode, one of the thoughts I came away with the interview with J.M. Ryerson, and if you haven't checked that out, that's episode 237 with J.M. Ryerson. Definitely check that out. He dropped some amazing knowledge bombs on it. But one of the things I came away with was walking the talk. And I know there are so many business owners and entrepreneurs, or maybe, my cubicle warriors that are running a department or just running their desk. They know that the difference between getting the daily tasks done or reaching the company's goals is the difference between being a successful person, a successful leader, or a successful company and not being one, right? And one of those big determining factors is walking that talk. I mean, we've all seen that leader, quote unquote leader or manager or business owner that's out there, howling from the rooftops, all these amazing things that they want us to believe. But then as you watch them from the sidelines, you're like, well, you said this, but you're doing that. You said you're committed to the environment, but man, that vehicle you're driving, and I saw the amount of trash on your curb on trash day. Little things like that really kind of tell you a different story, right? And I don't want to give any exact examples. Different people have different values, and if you don't care about the environment, that's fine. That's your choice. And if you don't care about, walking the talk, maybe this isn't the episode for you. But I believe you are one of my Dark Horse fans and you believe in honoring your word and everything that goes with it. And you want to walk that talk. And maybe you're looking for those key factors that kind of help you in finding out whether you're actually doing it. So I want to share those with you. All right? And there's 7 here, so it shouldn't take take too long to get us through. And this isn't going to be any revelation. Wow, Tracy told me something I never thought of. These are things, I think this episode's going to be more of a reminder for my Dark Horse friends and family. And if you're new to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur, then you'll get a feel for where we go on this podcast across all the episodes, man. 238 already. All right. So number 1 is commitment. I know, I get it. It sounds simple, but true commitment, ladies and gentlemen, can be hard to find. I mean, at the end of the day, this commitment means that you're doing what you said you were going to do. If you said it, you do it. Every single time. Not sometimes, not 50% of the time, not 75% of the time, 100% of the time that you committed to doing something, you damn well did it. There it is. That's simple. I see there's a number of folks out there I've come across in my 50 plus years on this big blue spinning globe where I've seen folks commit to something and then, well, the kids had to go to, practice and then the wife made me stay home, blah, 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 blah. They get all wishy-washy about it. Well, otherwise you commit in the first place, right? If you're going to commit to something, man, put some thought into it. And sometimes no is the best answer because you're really unable to commit. Don't just do it because it's the nice thing to do, right? If you're going to commit, own it. And that comes right into the next one, which is honesty. Be honest. Can you commit, right? And this goes beyond just the commitment piece. I think if you stumble, you bumble, you trip, you fall, you faceplant, you fuck up, right? Be honest. Own it. Especially when it comes to a fellow employee, of course, for a customer. How many times have we been the customer and said, hey, you promised this, or you said your product or service was going to do that, and I didn't get it. And all of a sudden they try to give you all these excuses and all these reasons. You're like, no, you committed to that, right? We're coming back to the commitment. You committed to that, and I paid for your service, and I haven't received what you committed to, right? Maybe they weren't being completely honest. So you want to be that honest person, that honest employee, that honest business owner when it comes to your business commitments, your business promises, your business value. Remember, go back and reread your sales page. Huh? Okay, you're being 100% honest? I'm not saying you aren't. I'm just asking the question. So now you're committed and you're being honest, but are you holding yourself accountable? Are you holding your employees accountable? Heck, are you holding your customers and clients accountable? I think successful ventures, right, be they a company, an entrepreneurial venture, or just going out on an ad venture, right? If you hold yourself accountable, you'll find most of the time, and it's not always easy to do this, that when folks are held accountable, they understand the expectations and they're more positive about it because they get it. There's none of this, well, why didn't you do that? Well, I didn't know I was supposed to do that, right? Because you have a commitment, you're being honest, right? You're communicating and you're holding them accountable. There it is. And who can't get behind that in a positive and professional manner? And if you can't, well, I'm probably not the podcast that you're going to vibe with, right? Anyway. All right. So behind that is respect. And I think the 3 previous ones kind of stack up and lead to that respect. I mean, because if you have someone whose ability, they can commit to what it is they say and they're honest about it and they hold themselves and you accountable, don't you have a high level of respect for them? Or at least a higher level of respect? You hold them in a high esteem. Your customers will too, right? Hold your customers to the same level of commitment and honesty and accountability that you hold yourself and your business to, and they'll respect you and you'll respect them. All right. You feel how these are kind of stacking up together? Because all of the ones I've mentioned so far, what do they take? They're going to take some courage. Yeah. The courage to maybe say something in opposition when everyone's all in favor for it. You're like, well, I'm not sure that's a great idea, right? Or bring up ideas that may go against the prevailing thought. It's kind of saying the same thing, isn't it? Just in a different way. You have to be courageous. It takes a little courage to honor your commitments. It takes a little courage to be honest. It takes a little courage to hold yourself accountable and hold your fellow employees and fellow entrepreneurs and your clients accountable, right? To earn that respect. So the courage becomes one of the key factors in walking the talk. And here's the cool thing I've noticed about courage. You don't have to be courage for very long. I like to believe in the premise you only have to be courageous about 3 seconds, right? So if you're sitting in a meeting of a bunch of folks and they're bringing up all these ideas and you're like, yeah, I'm not sure that's a great idea. That's good. That thought is going through your head. It takes those 3 seconds for you to start voicing your opinion of opposition or voicing your opinion of a better idea that goes against those prevailing winds, right? And then once you've started voicing it, then the rest of it just kind of flows out. Right? I liken it to jumping out of an airplane, parachuting. Don't jump out of an airplane without a parachute. All right. So you strap up, you put all your gear on, your heart's racing with excitement. You get into the plane and it goes down the runway and it goes up. And it's usually about 10,000, maybe 10 to 15,000 feet for sport jumps. But you're in there and you're looking out at the earth down below and the clouds around you. And usually, if you're going parachuting from a location that does these airplane rides consistently, right? There's this big open door there the whole time. And sometimes they do have a door that slides open. So you're looking out that door that whole time as the ground gets further and further and further away, right? And your heart's racing faster and you're super excited. Can I do this? I've never done this before, right? And then you step up to the edge and you're looking down, right? And there's that moment of panic. You just need to muster that courage for about 1 second, let alone 3 seconds, to take that first step and let go, right? Let it go and then enjoy the ride on the way down. That's pretty much what I'm telling you. You don't have to be brave all the way down or all the way up. Your courage just needs to be mustered for the 3 seconds it takes for you to start doing or start saying whatever it is you're trying to do or say. And now for the last two here, I think the last two are almost become, non-mentionables, but I'm going to mention them anyway. Ethics, right? Do you do the right things no matter who's watching, right? You can liken this to watching someone secretly, how they treat their kids and their animals and strangers when they think nobody is looking. That tells you their level of ethics. If they treat someone different when others are around than they do when they think no one is looking, you might want to call their ethics into question. How about yours? I'm willing to bet, because you're still listening to this podcast 13 or 14 minutes into it, that you have a high level of ethics, that you treat those in the world around you, whether they're two-legged humans or four-legged animals or feathered friends, all the same, whether someone's watching or not. And then the last one, transparency. This is one of those words that people use, like authenticity and be authentic, and I use them too. But if you use them honestly, right, with respect and holding folks accountable and with courage, that transparency is going to be huge in helping you walk that talk. If you say, look, in full transparency, I can do this, but it's going to take me a while because of XYZ, and you explain. You have the courage to share and communicate, right? In full transparency, I can do this, but man, I'm going to have to do it my way and hear my concerns, ABC, right? And share that information, have that courage, have that respect for those around you, so you can hold them accountable and they can hold you accountable to getting it done. I think these little keys that I've just shared with you are really vital in helping you or your organization or your group or your family, right? Be successful in your day-to-day adventures. it can definitely lead to you having this amazing reputation, to be glowing in the eyes of your customers, your clients, your employees, your family, and yourself, right? You gotta look at that man or that woman in the mirror every day and say, man, I am so damn proud of you. And I tell you what, I, Tracy Brinkman, the host of the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast, I am proud of you, my friend, for listening to this kind of content, whether it's just my podcast or any of the other amazing podcasts and other media that's out there to help you grow yourself, to help you walk that talk, to help you become the amazing human being that resides inside of you. All right. Wow. Okay, so our next episode, we're going to talk about some lessons that I learned by starting this podcast. And I'm sure, and the idea behind this is to help you realize perhaps some of the lessons I know you have learned in some of your adventures in life. All right? With that, I'm going to leave you as I always do. Think successfully and take action.
Thank you for listening to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
Thanks for tuning in.
Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
All right.
My name is Tracy Brinkman.